started for our class today. We have lovely Tracy in here today as well. Yay! So we will be opening, yay, on June 2nd. Hi everyone. So that is awesome, fantastic news. In the meantime, let's keep meeting here on our live feeds and get going. So crisscross, let's come, I was about to say crisscross applesauce like my child I would do. But yes, crisscross, let's come into that now and start to take our hands to our knees. Just taking a moment, I know from home it's a little bit hard to arrive on your mat, but just take a moment to exhale. Take a moment to root down through your sit bones, rise up through the crown of the head and tuck the chin into the chest ever so slightly. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, roll those shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale through the mouth all the way down as you push those shoulders down. Inhale, roll those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, push those shoulders down. One more time, inhale, roll those shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, push those shoulders down. Again, rooting down through those sit bones, rising up through the crown of the head, tucking the chin into the chest ever so slightly. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, let's exhale twice as long through the mouth. Giant deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. One more time, giant deep breath in through the nose. And letting go, giant exhale twice as long through the mouth. And then gently bringing that mouth to close, starting to connect the breath all the way down into the diaphragm. Let's start to incorporate that ujjayi breath, keeping the mouth closed for this breath, making that ha sound of the ocean tide at the back of the throat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale. And while you bring this breath deeper into the body, if you would like to set an intention for your class, here is a lovely time to do so. Seeing that intention in the here and in the now, work from it, work with it. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, start to flip those palms down towards the earth. Give those knees a little bit of a rub and gently open those eyes. And then hinging here from the hips, from the pelvis, rather than from your shoulders, let's rock our hips forward and take ourselves 3 times around to the right to open up that lower lumbar spine, doing your best to keep your sit bones rooted the entire time. And then on your 3rd time around, pause at center. And then let's go the opposite direction. Giant deep breaths in. And deep breaths out. And then gently pausing at center. We're going to take our fingertips out to the side and start to puff up through that chest as you start to turn your chin towards the sky. Starting to feel this pull through the muscles in your shoulders. Starting to feel this opening up here through your thyroid gland. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, just start to drop your chin in towards your chest. We're going to release through that neck a little tiny bit by rolling our head over to that left ear here. Feeling that expansion. If you want to walk your fingertips out on the right a little tiny bit more, you can. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Gently rolling that head to center and then slowly starting to take your head the opposite way, ear on the right side now. Start to walk that left hand out a little tiny bit. Opening up here, still rooting down through your sit bones though. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, rolling your chin back to center. Slowly start to slide those hands all the way out in front of you here and start to root down through your entire palm here as we slowly start to bring ourselves up into a tabletop position. So tabletop position, navel is pressing to the spine. You're rolling those shoulders deep into the back. Roll the eyes of the apples in towards each other here. Nice and gentle. Start to drop your tummy down towards the earth. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Start to look up towards the sky, taking a deep breath in. Exhale here. Start to pull the navel up towards the spine as you arch here, looking towards that navel. Inhale, drop your tummy towards the mat. Look up to the sky. Exhale, arch that spine. Really exaggerate this motion. Inhale here for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. And then exhale, coming into that neutral tabletop position. Let's start to bring those knees in line with each other and start to sandwich your toes together. Start to walk your hands up the mat and then rotate those hips all the way forward, coming into supported plank position. Start to hinge into those elbows. Push yourself up and then roll yourself back. And as you roll back, start to take those elbows out to the side and feel that concaving then in your lower part of your shoulder girdle as you start to drop back. Feeling that opening here through the armpit as well as into the side body here. From here, roll yourself forward. Roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other. Rock yourself forward into that supported plank. And then slowly and gently start to push back. Let those elbows go out towards the side and sink yourself back here into a modification of puppy dog pose. And then when you are ready, drift yourself all the way back. Roll those elbows in line. Slowly take yourself into that gorgeous supported plank position. And then gently hinge into those elbows and lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Framing your rib cage here, roll those shoulders deep into the back. Let's inhale, come on up, baby cobra. Exhale, head comes down to the mat. Inhale, come on up, baby cobra. Exhale, head comes down to the mat. Inhale, come on up, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, push yourself up. And take it all the way back into your very first downward dog of the day. Let's pedal those heels here up and down, crick-cracky, anything stuck in that body out here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Roll those shoulders deep into the body. Let's take ourselves, come up high onto those toes. And then sink your heels towards the earth. Come up high onto those toes. And then sink your heels towards the earth. One more time, high onto those toes. And then sinking your heels towards the earth here. Let's stay here, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, take those knees nice and wide. Take those feet, flatten into the mat. Sink your bum back towards your heels and drop your head down towards the earth. Take your hands to the sides of your body here, coming into a child's pose. Arms beside the body here in the first of our child's poses. Just be a little bit more restorative to those shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If your head does not touch the earth, if you want to prop anything up underneath it, that would be great. One more breath here. And then when you are ready, what we're going to do is we're going to take those arms up overhead, press down into those palms, spread those fingers really wide, ripple yourself forward, tuck those toes under, rise yourself up, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, pressing evenly through those hands. Let's lift that right foot to the sky. Keep your hips square to the mat below you here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale here, spread those yogi toes. And then gently place that foot down on the mat. Pedal your heels up and down. Float that opposite foot to the sky. Keep those hips square to the mat below you. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back here. Navel's pressing to the spine. Your gaze or your drishti is towards your knee. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, place that foot down on the mat and pedal those heels up and down. Pressing evenly now through that right hand. Float that left hand to your right ankle, calf muscle, or thigh. Knowing that the ankle is the most challenging, start to turn your gaze underneath that armpit. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out here as you open up that whole side body here. Hold for one more beautiful breath. And then slowly and gently place that hand back down on the mat. Pedal those heels up and down. And we're going to do the opposite side. So really rooting down now through that left hand. Float your right hand to the outside of your left ankle, calf muscle or thigh as you turn your gaze underneath that opposite armpit. Opening up that entire side body here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale, one more gorgeous breath. Float that hand back down to the mat. Take those knees nice and wide. Flatten your feet. Arms can be up overhead here, or arms can come to the side of the body. Whatever you prefer, whatever is calling most to you here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, if your arms are beside the body, let's lift them up overhead. Press down into those palms. Rise yourself up into that downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, let's lift that right foot to the sky. And then we're going to hinge here at our knee, bringing our foot towards our bum cheek. Keep those hips square to the mat below you here as you start to pull that knee towards your nose, crunch it in. Rock yourself forward into a plank position. Plank position, hover the foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, pull that knee towards your nose, crunch it in. Rock yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, hover the foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, let's pull that knee to the outside of that front right elbow and hold. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, float that foot to the sky. Now option to do that exact same pose, or if you're taking it into the arm balancing pose, you're rocking yourself forward. Take that knee to the outside of that front right elbow, drop your opposite hip, and lift up that back leg. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you've been practicing this for a while, extend that front leg. Inhale and exhale here wherever you're at. It's awesome. One more breath. You've got this. Slowly and gently, let's take it up into three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Nice and gentle, start to ripple yourself forward into that plank position. Option to take that foot to the earth or lower yourself down through a chaturanga. Both feet meet the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's inhale, left foot lifts to the sky. Keep those hips square to the mat below you here. Keep those feet flexed and toes spread. Inhale. And then exhale, pull the knee in towards your nose, give it a crunch. Rock yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, lift that foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, pull that knee to nose, crunch it in. Rock yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, lift that foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, pull that knee towards the nose, crunch it in. Rock yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, hover the foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Changing it up, let's pull that knee towards the nose. Take that knee to the outside of that left elbow, hold. And then push that foot all the way to the sky. Now, option, of course, to come right back into that same expression. I'm going to come to the side of you so you guys can see how to come into it. You're going to pull the knee to the outside of that front elbow. Rock yourself forward and lift yourself up. If you have been practicing for a while, extend that leg all the way out here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, And exhale here. One more breath. You've got this. And then nice and gentle, let's take ourselves all the way back up into that three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, ripple yourself forward, plank position. Option to drop that foot or lower it down through your chaturanga. Inhale through an up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take those knees nice and wide and sink yourself all the way back into a child's pose. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Inhale and exhale here. I have to pop off screen just to turn up our music, but if you want to grab some water, please by all means do. Use that breath. You have 2 more super, super, super awesome breaths before we get started again. Doesn't want to let me in. And then when you are ready, slowly and gently, let's make our way up into a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, let's look up to those hands at the top of the mat. We're gonna hop or walk those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, lift those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Bend into those knees. Hop or walk your feet all the way back. Plank position. Plank position, rock forward here. Slowly start to keep those elbows tight to the body as we lower ourselves down through a chaturanga. Option for up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, keeping that heart rate up. Let's look up to those hands at the top of the mat. Hop or walk those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to that, bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, lowering it down through that chaturanga. Inhale through an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, look up to those hands to the top of the mat. Hop or walk those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, fly those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. One more round. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands into the mat, bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale through up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, look up to those hands. Hop or walk those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, fly those arms up overhead. Identify your left from your right and take that right arm and wrap it around the left. Roll those shoulders deep into the body. Now, if this does not feel good, take your hands to your shoulders instead. Whichever variation is awesome. We're gonna lift those elbows up and push the shoulders deeper into the back. And then start to hinge into those knees. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. We're gonna slowly start to come up onto those right toes. And then nice and gentle here, we're gonna see if we can cross that right foot, wrap it right around and start to sink ourselves down. An imaginary wall behind us. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to rock your elbows towards your knee. Take a deep breath in. Unravel that leg, shoot it straight behind you. Unravel those arms, shoot them to the sides of your body, coming into airplane pose, warrior 3 variation. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Strongest pose in our standing set for our core. Inhale. And on the exhalation, start to hinge into that front knee and plant that back foot to the earth, 45 degrees, and feet on 2 parallel tracks. So if you look down, your feet are not in line with each other. And then slowly start to rotate those hips to center, start to bend into that front knee and start to rise those arms to the sky, warrior 1 position. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out here, firing through that front thigh. Inhale and exhale here. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Take another deep breath in. On the exhalation, start to float those hands to the earth, framing that front foot, pivot that back toe, float that front foot to the sky, 3-legged dog. Three-legged dog, ripple yourself forward, plank position. Option to take that foot to the earth or lower yourself down to that chaturanga. Inhale through an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, look up to those hands at the top of the mat. Hop or walk those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, fly those arms up overhead. Identify your left from your right. Take that left arm, wrap it around the right. Roll those shoulders deep into back. Options as well. Take your hands to the shoulders if this feels like too much. Nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Lift up with those elbows. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to come up onto the toes of the left foot. And then nice and gentle, start to see if you can take that foot over or wrap it right around as you start to sink yourself down into that beautiful full eagle position. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Keep those hips square. Roll those shoulders into the back. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to take your elbows down towards your knee. Keeping those hips square to the mat below you. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, unravel that leg. Shoot it straight behind you. Unravel those arms. Shoot them to the sides of your body. Coming into airplane pose. Warrior 3 variation. Hips are square to the mat below you. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out here. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to hinge into that front knee. Land that back foot on the mat, 45 degrees. Feet on 2 parallel tracks. Rise yourself up. Warrior 1 position. Warrior 1, hips are square to the mat in front of you. You are bending into that front knee, checking in that the knee is not going over the toe. If it is, elongate that stance a little tiny bit. Arms reaching to the sky. Breathe in. And breathe out. Firing through that front leg. Inhale. And exhale here. One more beautiful breath. And then let's frame that front foot. Pivot that back toe. Take that front foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. Three-legged dog. Ripple yourself forward. Plank position. Lower it down through your chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. You have 5 beautiful resting breaths. Make them deep. If you prefer child's pose, please honor that. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stay hydrated. Grab water if you need it. Inhale. And exhale here. Use that breath. Connect with it. Loosen through that jaw. Inhale. And exhale here. One more gorgeous breath just like this. If you have come into a child's pose, let's meet back up in downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, let's look up to those hands at the top of the mat. Hop or walk those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, slide those arms up overhead. Exhale, slide your hands to your heart center. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Start to roll your weight into your toes and come up onto those toes. Toes can be touching or feet can be hips distance apart. Start to hinge into those knees and slide down an imaginary wall behind you. Hovering here over your calf muscles. You aren't sitting on them, you are hovering. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, rise with control. Heels come down to the mat. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend into those knees, hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, right foot lifts to the sky. Look up to those hands, step that foot through. Hop that back foot out, pivot it to the earth. Bend into that front knee, rise yourself up. Warrior 1. Warrior 1, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Start to pivot that back toe and square your hips. Start to rock your weight forward into that front leg and start to lift yourself off of that back leg. Hinging yourself here into full warrior 3 expression. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, start to create fists with your hands, but loose ones. Lower those fists down towards the earth. Squaring those hips, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, rise yourself up. Use that core strength, inhale. And then slowly take those hands down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, rise it up. One more time, we're gonna take those hands down towards the earth. And then nice and gentle, rise it up, pause, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend into that knee, rise yourself into a warrior one position. Warrior one position, hands come to the mat, pivot that back toe, float that front foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, ripple yourself forward, plank position, lowering through that chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, fabulous work. Let's take that left foot to the sky. Look up to those hands, step that foot through. Hop that back foot out, pivot it to the earth. Bend into that front knee, rise yourself all the way up. Warrior one. Warrior one, squaring those hips, take a deep breath in. Pivot that back toe. Start to rock your weight forward here, start to lift up that back foot. And start to slide yourself into that warrior three position. Warrior three position, loose fists here, lower those hands down towards the earth. And then rise it all the way up. Lower those hands down towards the earth. And then rise it all the way up. Trying to rise up on the exhalation, take yourself down towards the earth. Rising it all the way up. Bend into that front knee, land that back foot. Keep those hips square, warrior one. Warrior one, take those hands to the mat, pivot that back toe, float that front foot to the side, three-legged dog. Ripple yourself forward, plank position, lowering it down through a chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 beautiful resting breaths, make them deep. Grab water, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale. My husband bought me this fancy cup, and I have no idea how to open it half the time. Nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more breath, just like that. And then when you're ready, let's take those arms up overhead. Press down into those palms. Rise yourself up. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, look up to those hands at the top of the mat. Walk or hop those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes towards the knees. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, slide your hands to your heart center. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Rock your weight into those toes. Rise yourself up. Hinging into those knees, start to slide yourself down that imaginary wall behind you here, hovering over your calf muscles. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, rise with control. Heels come to the mat. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, fly all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, lowering it down through that chaturanga. Inhale through an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, right foot lifts to the sky. Looking up to those hands, step that foot through. Hop that back foot out, pivot it to the earth, bend into that front knee, rise it up. Warrior one. Last of our warrior ones, let's slide those hands down the back here. Clasping those hands, doing your best to press the palms in towards each other, hinging into that front knee. Let's start to roll our upper body forward as we start to take that front shoulder into the inside of that front knee, dropping our head towards the earth. Lifting those hands as high off of the back as possible, hinging here into that front knee. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Crown of the head towards the earth. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to drop those hands down towards the earth. Taking them to the inside of that front foot, pivot that back toe. So hands on the inside of that front foot here. You can stay with the knee raised. You can lower that back into the earth. You can flatten that foot if you like. If you have a block, or if you would like to just take your forearms to the earth, you can. You can press that knee in towards the shoulder, or if you'd like to come into that arm balancing pose, you are starting off on your hands. You are tucking that back toe, making sure that that back leg is fired and raised. You're gonna take that front right shoulder and drop it underneath that right knee and plant the hand down. Walk your left hand back to make sure that the hands are in line with each other. And then literally start to lift up with that chest, with that shoulder, and start to take that front leg up. And then dropping yourself down, bringing yourself back into a variation of flying crow. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale here. One more beautiful breath. Lift that back leg up. And then slowly and gently take yourself all the way back into your three-legged dog. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, roll yourself forward, plank position. Take it down through that chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. I hope you are warm. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, let's take that opposite foot to the sky. Looking up to those hands, step that foot through. Hop that back foot out, pivot it to the earth, bend into that front knee, rise yourself all the way up into your warrior one position. Warrior one, slide your hands down your back. Clasp those hands, lift that chin and chest. Hinge still into that front knee as you start to roll yourself all the way forward. Take your shoulder to the inside of that front knee as you drop that head down towards the earth. Nice deep breath in. And deep breath out, really bending into that front knee, crown of the head towards the earth. Inhale. And exhale here, one more breath. And then sliding those hands down to the mat. Let's frame that foot and then rotate that back toe. Take your hand to the inside, both hands to the inside of your front foot. Now lots of options. Drop that back knee if you like. Place that foot on the floor if you like. Come down to those forearms, onto a block or onto the mat, depending on your practice. Or if you are taking it through that arm balancing pose. I'm gonna face you guys so you can see it a little bit better. Arm balancing pose, I hope I have enough room behind me. You're gonna drop that left shoulder underneath that left knee. Back knee is lifted, toes are tucked. You're gonna walk that right hand back. And then nice and gently, you're gonna start to kick that front leg up and lift that back leg up. Coming into a variation here of our beautiful flying crow. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale here. Wherever you are at is awesome. Breathe. Lift that back leg up if you can a little bit more in your flying crows. And then nice and gentle, let's take it all the way up into a three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, ripple yourself forward, plank position. Lower it down through that chaturanga. Both feet meet the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Use your breath. Inhale. And exhale here. 2 more breaths here in your downward dog. And then nice and gentle here, you're gonna ripple yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, bend into the elbows. Push yourself up. Take yourself all the way back. Downward facing dog. Now in former videos, we were working on peacock pose, so I am gonna take us through now. You don't wanna go into it though. You don't have to. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, ripple yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, let's take those hands and walk them into the body. Nice work. Now from here, we're gonna rock our hips forward. We're gonna land those hips down. And then we're gonna nice and gentle, see if we can lift those feet up and see if you can hover that chin. If you are a super rock star, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If this is really challenging for you to come into it from plank, we can always start off from the knees, and I'll walk us through that too. Starting off from the knees, you are taking those hands. Make sure that your hands are facing in towards your body. Nice and gentle, rolling the elbows in towards each other. You literally want to land your pelvis, your hip bones, right above where the elbow is. Taking a deep breath in. Whew, I'm getting winded. Slowly rock those hips forward here. Catch your hips here. And then you can start to lift your toes off of the mat. And then you can see if you can lift one foot. See if you can hop that opposite foot up. And then just see if you can start to lift that chin off the mat. That's the hardest part for me. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Wherever you are out in your peacock them face forward here. And then just give them a little bit of love here. Roll through them. Place it down on that opposite hand. And then when you are ready, taking your knees wide, but keeping your hands above, start to sink back in a variation here of puppy dog pose to help open up again through those shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Ooh, it's sweaty in here. Inhale and exhale here. And then when you are ready here, nice and gentle, start to ripple yourself forward. Start to sandwich those knees together. Start to take your hands down to the mat. Nice and gentle here. Start to tuck your toes and lift yourself into that plank position. Plank position, keep the navel pressing to the spine. Roll the elbows in towards each other. Take a deep breath in. Lift up that right foot. Inhale. On the exhalation, you're going to pull the knee into that left elbow and hold. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, take that leg all the way back out. Nice and gentle, take that right knee to the right elbow and hold. Inhale. On the exhalation, take that leg all the way out. And then nice and gentle, start to pull that knee in towards your chest. Rock that foot out towards the left as you pivot down onto that back foot and lift that arm to the sky. Now you can keep that foot lifted or come into fallen triangle and let that foot float to the earth, whichever you prefer. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale here. 2 more breaths. You got this. And then when you are ready, float that hand to the earth. Pivot onto that back foot, that back toe, and float that front foot to the sky. Hinging here at the hip, open up to that hip. Now you can stay right here, or you're gonna land that foot down on the earth. Lift those hips to the sky and reach towards the top of the room. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out here, and Wild Thing, Rockstar, inhale. And exhale, lift those hips up. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more beautiful breath. Nice and gentle, start to land that hand to the mat. And then nice and gentle, start to take your foot to the outside of that front hand. Nice and gentle here, start to land that back knee to the earth. Start to flatten that front foot. And then start to take your right hand to the inside of that right knee and start to hinge onto the outside of that foot. And then nice and gentle, start to rotate your gaze towards the back of the room. Now option, you can stay right here, or you can see if you can start to hinge at that back foot and spring it in towards your body, and then grab hold of that foot and pull that foot in towards your body. Nice deep stretch here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale here. Nice rotation through the core as well. And then slowly and gently, no big thuds, let's let that foot land down behind us. Nice and gentle, take the hand back in towards the body, land that foot down, tuck your back toe, lift it up. Walk that hand to the outside of that front foot and start to drop your head down towards that knee. Feeling that expansion, that deep stretch, the back of that leg. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to hop that back foot into the body a little tiny bit, so the legs are a little tiny bit closer. Planting down through the hands, bending into that front knee, lifting the chest off the legs. We're gonna hop the opposite leg forward. Nice deep breath in, hop your opposite leg forward. Nice deep breath in, hop your opposite leg forward. 2 more times per side, let's take that opposite leg forward. Opposite leg goes back. Opposite leg forward. Opposite leg back. 1 more time, landing on the same side we started off on. Bend into that front knee. Nice and gentle here. Let's cartwheel ourselves all the way open. Warrior 2. Warrior 2, heels in line. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, let's either take that arm down the body or wrap it around the body. Pivot that front hand and rotate yourself back. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out here. Inhale. On the exhalation, cartwheel those arms all the way open. Frame that front foot, pivot that back toe, float that front foot to the sky. 3-legged dog, ripple yourself position, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale here. Nice deep breaths. Ripple yourself forward, plank position. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Lift that left foot up. Aren't you excited that we have two sides? Inhale. And exhale here. Let's float that left knee to our right elbow and hold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, float that foot back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left knee meets left elbow. Hold. Breathe in. And the exhalation, extend that leg out. Pull the knee in towards your chest, plunging it in. And then slowly start to rock that foot out to the right, pivoting on that back foot, lift that front arm. Now you can keep that foot raised, or you can come into fallen triangle and let that foot float to the earth. Nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Here you have 2 more breaths. Keep those shoulders in line. Keep smiles on our faces. Let's let that hand in the sky to the earth. Pivot on that back toe. Float that front foot to the sky. And then slowly start to open up through those hips. And then nice and gentle, staying here or floating that foot to the earth. Nice and gentle, rotate yourself all the way up and through, coming into your wild thing or rock star, lifting up those hips. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale here, 1 more breath. Float that hand in the sky to the earth, lift up through that back leg. And then float that foot to the outside of that front hand. Nice and gentle, land that back knee to the earth and flatten that foot. Nice and gentle, start to sickle out onto the edge of that left foot as you take your left hand to that knee and push that hip open. Now option, you can stay right here, or you can see if you can start to hinge at that back foot and pull it in towards the body. Neither one is right, it is just up to you. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Keep those hips square, roll the shoulders into the back, inhale. And exhale here, feeling this deep, deep, deep stretch. And then when you are ready, no big thuds, let that back foot float towards the earth. Hands come back to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in, rotate that foot back to center. Nice deep breath in, and deep breath out. Tuck that back toe under, lift that front foot, embrace, blah, blah, blah. Lift that back foot up, nice and gentle, float that front foot to the sky. 3-legged dog, look up to those hands, step that foot through, pivot that back heel, heels in line with each other, cartwheel those arms all the way open. Warrior 2 position. Warrior 2 position, either slide that back arm down the body or wrap it around the body, flip that front palm, and exhale that way. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, cartwheel those arms out, Warrior 2. Take those hands to frame that front foot, pivot that back toe, step that foot back, plank position, lowering it down through that chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, walk those feet into the body. Bend into those knees, land those knees down. Toes tucked under, start to rise yourself up. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Take your hands, face the sky. Take a deep breath in, navel's pressing to the spine, inhale. And exhale here. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, place those hands down on the mat. Untuck those toes, pulse out those feet. Cross your ankles over, take a seat down on your bum. And we're gonna set up for 8-point pose. Nice and gently here, we're gonna take that left foot and bring it in towards the body. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to take that opposite foot out and flex the foot. Nice and gentle here, we're gonna start to take those arms up. And we're gonna start to cradle here through that leg. Now this is stage 1 and you can stay right here opening up that hip flexors. This is awesome. But if you wanna take it further, you're gonna grab hold of that foot. And you're gonna actually first make sure that there's no hair over your shoulder. Nice and gentle, flipping it to the opposite side. Let's take our foot, take it over the shoulder and press your hand down to the mat. Easy peasy, right? Nice job. Nice and gentle, take that opposite hand to the earth and start to see if you can lift your opposite foot up and cross it over. From here, you're gonna start to rock your weight forward and see if you can just lift your bum. If that is possible, you're gonna start to slide those legs all the way out to the side. You're coming into 8-point pose. You got this. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more breath. Rock yourself back to center. Take a seat. Take those shoulders out. Give those shoulders a little tiny bit of a roll. And then nice and gentle, let's grab for that opposite foot. Nice and gentle. Start to extend your opposite leg all the way out and flex that foot in the beginning. Nice and gentle, start to scoop underneath that other leg and rock it like a baby. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Opening up that hip flexor. If this is enough, fantastic. If not, again, check that hair. Take it to the opposite side. Grab hold of that foot. See if you can take that foot right over the shoulder. Every side is going to be different, and you're going to see how it works. Nice and gentle. Take that opposite foot. Cross it right over your other one. Yay! Plant those hands down. See if you can lift up that bum. And then see if you can take those legs all the way up to the side. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. You got this. Inhale. And exhale here. 2 more breaths. You got this. You can make it. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Slowly and gently. Bring yourself back to center. Land those feet. Roll through those shoulders. Take those feet to the outsides of your mat. Fingertips towards the back of the room. Rock your chest towards the sky. And then windshield wiper those legs side to side. Nice deep breath in. And deep breath out here. Inhale. And exhale here. And then nice and gentle, start to walk those feet into the body. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Start to take your hands to your shins and start to pull the feet in towards the body. Then rolling back till you find that gentle C curve. You're gonna cross your ankles over. Keep your heels tight to your bum in the beginning and slide your hands to the sides of your body. Yippee! So let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's cross opposite direction and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one cross opposite direction, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one cross opposite direction, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one more time, cross opposite direction, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, bring it up, boat pose. Hold here for 5, 4. If you get tired, hands come behind the legs. 3, 2. And one, extend those legs all the way out. Keep that core engaged. Roll those shoulders down the back. Keep those feet hovering. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, pull that right knee in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, extend it out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, pull that left knee in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, extend both legs out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, pull both knees in. You got this. Keep those heels high. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, give yourself a hug. And rock it side to side. Awesome job. Coming right back into one of those sets. No big breaks. Cross those ankles over. Hands come to the sides of the body. We are holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Lift through that chin and chest. Roll those shoulders into the back. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, boat pose. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, reverse motion. Take that right foot out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, bring it to center. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and when the left leg goes out, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and when pull it to center, keep those heels high, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, extend it all the way out, you're almost done, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, pull it in, both toes, heels are high, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, give yourself a hug, rock it side to side, nice, deep breath in, and deep breath out, we have one more step, and instead of doing the hold, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take those legs out, we're going to crunch it in, we're going to do it 10 times, cross those ankles over, lift that chin and chest, we are holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one opposite direction, lift chin and chest, pull those heels in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one opposite direction, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one opposite direction, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, heels are high, are you ready? Let's go. We're gonna go 10, crunch, 9, crunch, 8, crunch, 7, crunch, 6, crunch, 5, crunch, 4, crunch, 3, crunch, 2, crunch, and one, crunch, and give yourself a hug. Rock it side to side, plant those feet down, hands slide to the sides of the body, take yourself all the way back to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, extend those arms all the way up overhead and roll your shoulders deep into your back, tuck your chin into your chest, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Do your best to take that curve in the back here, tuck your tailbone under so you're pushing that down. Lift those arms up overhead, roll those shoulders deep into the back. Let's start to take ourselves all the way up for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, reach forward, roll those shoulders. Exhale, thumbs point back up to the sky. Let's roll ourselves all the way back for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and when extend those arms all the way up overhead, and then fingertips point to the sky, tuck that tailbone under, chin into the chest. Let's take it up for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, roll the thumbs in, roll the shoulders out, start to take your head down, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, lift with those shoulders, take your thumbs back up towards the sky, slide yourself all the way back for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and when lift those arms up overhead, reach towards the back of the room. Roll the shoulders deep into the back. Last time up, fingertips to the sky. Let's take ourselves all the way up. Don't let those feet come off of the earth. Take it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then slide your hands behind your back. Lift up with that chin and chest and hinge here into those elbows. Pausing here, slowly start to take your feet into a butterfly position and start to hinge here, forward here. Walking your hands still behind the back here as you lift up with that chin and chest. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, slide your hands out in front. Take your hands to your feet here and then rock yourself forward. This may be your maximum, or you can take your head all the way down to those feet and pause. I'm going to check on our time. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Roll those shoulders deep into the back here. Inhale. And exhale here. Use that breath. Allow those hips to roll deeper into that back body here as we open up through the inner groin here. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. On the exhalation, start to lift your chin and chest. Start to take your knees, fold them in towards each other. Start to walk those feet in towards the body. And then nice and gentle here, start to take your lower lumbar spine to the earth, and then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, allow the rest to fall. Rolling those shoulders deep into the back, walk the feet even closer towards your sit bones here, so that you're taking your hands, and you can see that it's one hand's distance away from your heels. Roll the shoulders deep into the back, tuck the chin into the chest here, and then see if you can start to lift those hips off of the mat. And see if you can start to roll those shoulders deeper into the back here. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out here. Option here now to clasp those hands as you lift your hips as high as you can and tuck your chin into your chest. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out here. Inhale. On the exhalation, if you have the hands clasped, let them float up to the sides and slowly start to lower your hips to the earth. Allowing vertebra by vertebra to stack here. And then when you are ready here, either taking yourself back up into that exact same posture, or if it's in your practice to come into wheel, you're taking those hands up overhead, tucking your hands into your body, avoid any of your hair here. Press evenly through your palms, lift those hips up. Start to press through your palms, perhaps come onto the crown of the head, or lift yourself all the way up, coming into wheel pose. If you have any variations with the feet that you like to do, please by all means come into that now and hold here for 5 of your own beautiful breaths, breathing in and breathing out wherever you are at. Inhale and exhale, and then slowly, slowly releasing whichever position you have. Nice and gentle here. Start to pull the knees into the body. And gently here, let's rock those knees in a little circle around to the right. Pausing at center, let's take it the opposite direction. And then taking our hands out into a letter T position, roll your knees over to the right and turn your head towards the left. Pausing here for a moment, roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly and gently roll those hips back to center. Knees pointing towards the sky. Float the knees now the opposite direction. And turn your head the opposite way. Pausing here, taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, rotate those knees back to center. And then nice and gentle here from center. We're gonna land the feet down towards the outer edges of your mat as you extend those legs down. Roll those shoulders deep into the back and let the hands float out to the sides of your mat. Pausing now in Savasana. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale twice as long through the mouth. Another deep breath in. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. One more deep breath just like this. Deep breath in. And exhale twice as long through the mouth. And then releasing your tongue off of the roof of the mouth. Instagram users, stay here as long as you like. If the feed cuts off though, be well. Loved practicing with you. Otherwise, the rest of us remain. Checking in with the eyebrows, the eyelids. Inhale. And exhale. And let yourself melt. Remaining in this position if that serves you. Otherwise, let's bring some life back to our toes, back to our fingers, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. And then on the exhalation, slowly and gently here, let's start to pull the knees in towards the body. And then nice and gentle, let's rotate ourselves over to the right side of our body, pausing there for just a moment. And then when you are ready, bringing yourself up into an easy seated position, let's cross that opposite foot into what we regularly do just to break up old patterns in the body. Floating our hands to our knees, eyes to close for just a couple more moments. Let's inhale those arms up overhead. Clasping those hands, let's take those hands over the head, over the face. Scanning that body for any tension that may still be in the body as we float those hands over the chest, over your body. Grab hold of anything that does not serve you. Pull it out. Take those fingertips to the side, shake it out. Release anything that does not serve you. Floating your hands to your heart center, bowing your head down to your fingertips. The light within me salutes and recognizes the light within you. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste.